This episode of the Wayang Crew podcast is brought to you by Times Cineplex. Hey guys, I'm Kev.
Yo, this is Del.
I am TB.
And Zainal here.
And we are
The Wayang Crew. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Wayang Crew podcast. What is up, guys? It's, of course, your weekly podcast where we talk about all things movies, especially movies that are playing here in Brunei Darussalam. I'm your host, Kev. And up next is my co-host, it's Del.
Hello.
What's up, Del?
Not too bad, apart from recovering from a flu.
Okay.
I think I'm okay now. Just a little bit of ticklish in the throat still.
So your throat is ticklish?
Something is ticklish.
Itchy.
Itchy.
Something's tickling my throat.
All right.
My Adam's apple.
This is going nowhere.
Okay.
No, it's not.
All right. Up next is my other co-host. It's Timmy.
Hey.
What's up?
I don't know. What's up?
Maybe you should ask what's down.
Yeah, what's down?
Nothing much. Doing a Bruja comedy workshop.
All right.
Running with Zainal. Well, mostly Zainal. I'm just there to help him out.
Oh, I thought you were running the workshop.
Not the first time, because he's been giving me his lesson plans every 3 hours before workshop starts. So
Oh, okay.
I can't really help him that much. So next workshop, I'll probably be a lot more invested in it.
Okay. All right.
Is there a date for the next one?
Not yet.
Okay.
Good turnout.
We got 11 people.
Oh, that's
to sign
good.
up.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Looking forward for them to actually be on the stage for the first time.
That's right. Okay, and up next, it's, well, you know what? I'm going to upgrade her this week as other co-host.
Oh, yay! I'm promoted!
Other co-host of the Wayang Crew podcast, it's Neekay.
Hello!
How are you this week?
Very good. I'm back into fitness.
Huh?
Yeah, well, I had an injury like 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
Neck injury, so I can't really do much. So, like, I'm back to jiu-jitsu now.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
That's where you throw people's body around,
That's
right?
judo.
Okay, since I now know that you do jiu-jitsu, I'm going to appoint you as an official Wayang Crew co-host, but your specialty is martial arts.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So we will refer to you for anything that has to do with martial arts.
I thought you wanted to hire her as a bodyguard.
I was thinking of that too. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm going to review all Kung Fu movies.
Yeah. All right. On this episode, we'll be talking about Maze Runner,
The Death Cure.
The
Oh,
Death Cure, which is the
yeah.
third movie in the trilogy, and you
Third
know,
and final, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
third and final. I don't think they're gonna spin this off anymore.
No, don't.
Here's the thing, though. I did not watch this movie. I didn't have the time. I had a really, really busy week. But my 3 co-hosts did watch it, so they will be reviewing this movie, and I'll just be sitting in asking
What happened?
some questions. Anyway, we're going to get to the first bit of the show, which is the news. And this week, we're going to start with this bit of news. The Oscar nominations are out.
Yep.
Yep, and well, there were, of course, as with every year, the full list of Oscar nominations came out, from screenplay to actor to movie. 2 standout movies for us are Logan and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who both got Oscar nominations.
Not the major ones, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logan got a nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay,
Adapted.
and Guardians of the Galaxy for Visual Effects.
Yeah, as expected, I would say. Alongside The Last Jedi and also Kong, right?
Kong Skull
Skull
Island.
Island.
Which I like the movie. I like the movie.
Which I didn't mind, but I had some serious plot issues with that movie. But anyway, now that it has been nominated for an Oscar nomination under the visual effects category, I guess I have to buy the Blu-ray. Some things to note. Get Out is one of the big ones this year.
Surprise.
Surprise?
I think it's a
Surprise, yeah. You can, because it came out like early February last year, and
Yeah.
then it still made it to so many major categories.
Yeah, it's a Best Picture. The director, Jordan Peele, is also nominated in the director category. Best Actor in the leading role, the lead character, Daniel Kaluuya.
Kaluuya. You know, compared to another movie that also came out in February, Split.
Yeah.
I would have thought Split was a better movie than
Get Out. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah, but then I guess because of what happened last year's Oscars, they wanted to have more diversity.
So they're making up for it.
I guess so.
Seems like it.
Is that an official statement from
From
Delgo?
me? Yes.
Next year, there's gonna be a major women-based movie because this year Wonder Woman is not.
Yeah.
So what's a big movie that's coming out next year that is have a lot of female?
Ocean's
Ocean's 8.
Eight.
Ocean's 8.
It's gonna be sweeping the Oscars.
That's not gonna be an Oscar movie for sure. I mean, come on, guys. Are you serious?
No.
No. All right, we talked about the Oscars. Let's move
Unless
on.
it's good. It may surprise us.
It may surprise us.
Yeah.
All right, we talked about the Oscars. Now we're going to move on to the Razzies, which are, awards for the worst movies of the last year. And guess who is the top, or which is the top movie?
Transformers.
Yeah, it's Transformers The Last Night. Any surprises there?
Almost in every category,
It
right?
should win, hands
Yep.
down.
In almost
Yeah.
every category
Yeah.
at the Razzies. So we're rooting for Michael Bay to get this one.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Please,
Yes.
please
It's,
do.
it's his final as a director in
Yeah.
the Transformers. He needs to get that award.
Please get it.
To remind him.
Just to nip it in the bud.
Yeah,
You started off good, now you're bad.
yeah.
Like Razzie bad.
And then he'll probably try to prove himself wrong and get a creative control on the Bumblebee movie.
On the next
Oh.
movie, he'll come in and go like, there's not enough explosions. Has to be more.
Or he's like, okay, I gotta prove myself, so I'm coming back for the 6th one.
Oh no. All right, moving on. A bit of Marvel news. We talked about the last couple of weeks on the show about a possible Black Widow movie, and Dell is still doubtful. Dell is still saying, no, it's not going to happen.
Even when I see a first picture of Black Widow in her own solo movie like Captain Marvel, I'll still say, yeah, this may not happen.
Well, you say that, but a new report has emerged hinting that the Black Widow movie may arrive in theaters in 2020.
Nah. Look, I'm not saying that it's definitely not going to happen, but it could happen with a few more others in the movie.
Okay.
Not just Black Widow, but they want to do it an origin movie, right?
Yeah.
So I could be very wrong, but I'm still saying it's not gonna happen.
Well, you like the Russo brothers, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, the Russo brothers, Joe and Anthony, have offered their opinions on the Black Widow film, describing potential Marvel studio project as crazy exciting.
What else are they gonna say? They can't say, no. I think Dell's right. This is not gonna happen. They're not gonna say that. They're gonna support their own studio.
Yeah. I baited you with that story just to get that, because
Sure.
I haven't heard it for the last couple of shows and I kind of miss it. Okay, next bit of Marvel news. Samuel L. Jackson and Cobie Smulders have been spotted on the set of a Marvel mystery film.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably Captain Marvel, which is supposed to be set in the 90s or the 2000s.
Why is it a mystery movie? Why is it reported as a mystery movie? We all know what Marvel is doing.
Yeah.
But why is it a mystery
Well,
movie?
it's a mystery in a sense where it's not announced and no one really knows what the production is because they probably used a pseudonym for the production.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because it's either Avengers 4 or Captain Marvel.
I think it's Captain Marvel because the photo that was on Twitter...
Or
Oh,
Shield.
wait. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
could be Ant-Man and the Wasp, but then the photo that was shared on Twitter has Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury without the eye patch.
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel.
Ah.
So it's got to be Captain
Yeah.
Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Unless
Yeah.
it's a flashback.
To what?
For
when he-
Ant-Man?
Yeah, Hank Pym something.
Maybe.
Do.
Captain, but then Smulders would be very young.
Or it could be, something to do with the next Avengers movie because
So he got his eye back.
there is speculation that they all go back in time. There was
What,
some
time traveling?
There were some reports about that it is a potential that the cast of Avengers for the characters might time travel back, which is why Captain America is wearing his first Avenger suit.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it was on the fringes
Oh,
of the news sites that I read, and I'm like, okay, that's one theory. It could happen. And they were all wearing this bracelet, which they think could be a time travel mechanism.
Oh, I was thinking
Maybe.
it was strange that brings them back.
Maybe it's
Oh.
to count
The
their
time stone.
steps.
What?
To count their steps.
Fitbits. Sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
Check your heartbeat.
I think it's not. I do not want a time traveling Avengers movie.
No?
No.
At all?
Yeah.
It's like a cop out. I don't know. I feel like
It's like, every other big franchise has to do a time traveling thing. I'm like, forget it lah.
X-Men.
Because X-Men did it.
Yeah. But X-Men's one was very, very good.
Well executed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like the 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Wonder Woman news. Now, Wonder Woman was sort of snubbed at the Oscars. No nominations at all. Although there were a lot of expectations for Wonder Woman to be nominated for various categories. That didn't happen, but there's a whole nother story to that. We're not going to be talking about that. Let's talk about this. Wonder Woman 2 apparently will be the first film to adopt an anti-sexual harassment policy.
And this will be in the next Oscars.
Now, because of what's been happening in Hollywood over the last couple of months with the Harvey Weinstein allegations and a lot of other Hollywood guys getting named in allegations, and of course the whole Me Too movement, the Producers Guild of America has released new guidelines on sexual harassment amidst the awards season. And Wonder Woman apparently will be the first to, go into production with the new guidelines in place.
But then, okay, yeah, sure. Because Wonder Woman 2 is going to be in production very soon.
Yep.
I would have thought also that this new guideline would be effective immediately.
Yeah. So,
Pending signatures.
Pending signatures.
waiting for final approval.
I would like to read the policy. I would want to know what they can and cannot do.
It's probably like the size of a dictionary.
Ooh.
Or the thickness of a dictionary.
And they're waiting for Harvey Weinstein's signature at the end.
I promise.
Do not molest.
Something about this whole Harvey Weinstein thing. One of the things that happened with regards to the Wonder Woman 2 production was that Gal Gadot refused to sign on the dotted line or to commit to the role if Brett Ratner's Rat Pack was still involved in the production. Now that apparently, she apparently got her way, and Rat Pack is not involved in this next installment of the Wonder Woman franchise.
What's this, Rat Pack?
Rat Pack is a company that, that is the producing company for these DC movies for Warner Brothers.
It's under Brett Ratner's.
Brett
Ratner's company.
So
Brett
Gal Gadot doesn't want them to be involved.
Doesn't want Brett
Doesn't
Ratner.
want Brett
Brett
Ratner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she got her wish. I mean,
Yeah, I think whatever she wants, she'll get at this point, and especially when it's regarding all these things.
yeah.
And
Unless
also,
her next movie bombs. Then I'm like, okay, I don't have leverage anymore.
that's very optimistic of you, TV.
All right, we've talked about the possible Nightwing film that will be coming out who knows when. The director has promised an update around the mid of February.
Oh, the update is gonna be, sorry, this movie is not happening anymore.
It's like, I am not gonna be a director, I'm stepping away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The update is I quit.
Depending on the outcome of Flashpoint, then the movie will come out or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a whole domino effect thing with DC. Like, if this works, then we'll do this. If it doesn't, they will switch directions and go left.
It's like
or right.
the board is like, okay, this is the budget for the first quarter. Depending on what happens,
Yeah.
right? Then we'll give you more.
But we don't even know if Flashpoint is actually happening or not. We don't even know who the director is.
Yeah, at this point, we don't know.
Yeah. So it's what are they waiting for at this point? Because next will be Aquaman, coming out end of this year, and then after that will be what, Wonder Woman 2?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's nothing else in between unless something happens with Batgirl and Joss Whedon finished shooting somehow in secret.
In secret.
Yeah.
Really?
No lah, but I mean, there's nothing there from Aquaman until Wonder Woman 2. There's nothing.
That's true.
I think that's what Warner Brothers should do. Like, no news, and then
Yeah.
not release anything, just make the movie and then drop
Yeah.
a trailer. That's it.
Pull a Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Then, I think everyone will be excited.
I am so weirded out that I understand that reference.
I should be weirded out. I used it.
I'm just here looking at you guys like, what?
Alright. She released an album out of nowhere.
All right, we're going to be talking about Incredibles 2, the next movie coming out from Pixar. Only Neekay and myself had this on our
Yeah.
list for the top 10, which is actually 15 movies and 8
Yeah.
places.
And now that New Mutants has delayed to next year,
So it's
I
14
would
movies.
put Incredibles.
okay.
You can't change it. No, you can't change it.
Okay.
Well, okay, the voice cast has been revealed, revealed, and most of the original cast are returning to reprise their roles, except for the guy who voiced young Dash, Spencer Fox.
Oh, because he broke his...
Yeah, he's not a kid anymore. So yeah, he will be replaced, and there's a whole slew of other actors who will be joining in as voice cast members for The Incredibles 2. We've got people like Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul. We've got people like Catherine Keener from Get Out. Yeah, so I can't wait. I just want this movie to come like now.
I should watch this again.
I want to see what Baby can do.
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah, Jack. Oh my goodness.
It's either he bursts into flames or he becomes this monster thing
or he becomes
this heavy.
master.
Yeah, he becomes heavy.
He has all the superpowers
I
of the
don't think
X-Men.
I've watched this movie because I don't remember anything from it.
What? Okay, after this we just do a small preview and then you can decide whether you've watched it or not.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Or just show him the trailer from the first one.
Yeah.
Now I'm pretty sure I haven't watched it.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Something to check off before it comes out.
Yeah.
The sequel. Any RoboCop fans? No?
Yeah, not the
Original, the
Yeah.
80s one.
not
Too
the
young.
sequel, but the remake. I was okay with it.
I was
except-
okay with the remake.
The Black RoboCop.
The black RoboCop.
Okay.
I mean, not the black RoboCop. The
black
black color RoboCop.
Black colored RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what black RoboCop?
The suit, the robot
the
suit.
Put your hands up.
Right.
The slanted gun.
All right.
You're on the hood.
All right. I'm a big fan of the original RoboCop. Peter Weller was the actor for RoboCop. And there will be a new RoboCop movie coming, which will ignore the remake, meaning the black color RoboCop, and it will exist in the original continuity.
As long as it's not black colored, I'm hopeful.
Wait, in the last RoboCop movie, I mean the remake,
Yeah.
there was a part of the movie where he was not black, he was silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you okay with that?
I mean, I was okay with the black colored RoboCop, but it just doesn't feel like it's RoboCop.
Yeah, it doesn't. It didn't feel like
It
RoboCop.
could be any other movie, not name
Yeah.
it RoboCop.
That's true.
RoboCop, but not really.
Because the problem I had with the remake was that RoboCop was too sleek and he was too agile.
Oh yeah.
Like, I want a RoboCop
Oh, yeah.
like the original. He's like a clunky tank.
Oh, yeah.
He can't run.
Yeah.
He has to walk
be
everywhere.
like a bionic cop.
Yeah, I guess.
No, but if you go back to that, like very clunky and all that, then you can save on your budget as well. You don't need that much budget because everything is so clunky. You don't need to upgrade it into something that is sleek. So they would save on budget, they would make more money, and then they could build a new franchise.
I hope.
But
that
I
they
doubt
do
they're
that.
gonna do the clunky, slow RoboCop.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been, they would have had to progress the timeline a little bit from the original trilogy.
Yeah,
They
it
would-
has to update the look
itself.
because back then the clunky one was the design, the trend of how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back
it
then,
was-
they're still impressed with that.
Yeah,
Now we're
I
like,
was.
no, this is no.
You remember in the original series, he had the spike that would come out?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And that was his,
Key or
that was like
that
his,
was R2D2's the kind of
yeah,
the
yeah,
key,
yeah. That
yeah,
was like
the
his
probe.
that was like his thumb drive that to
Yeah,
access.
yeah.
Nowadays, he upgrade got built-in Wi-Fi. He's like running on Android. He has to swipe, swipe, turn on Wi-Fi, turn on Bluetooth.
No, he'll just like move the head.
All right, have you guys watched Bright?
I have.
not.
No.
Really, the Netflix
Yeah,
movie?
Will Smith.
Will
and
Smith?
Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton. Yeah,
No.
it's actually an okay movie.
I want to watch the continuation.
Yeah, there is, it's set up at the end of it. It's set up for a sequel,
Right.
And I spoke to TB about this because he told me he watched it. I'm like, yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's okay, and I actually do want to watch the sequel. Bright has become one of Netflix's most viewed original titles ever.
Because
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Will Smith, and also they do not have anything else
Star
And-
power.
that has that
It's
has star
most
power.
viewed, not most, highly rated.
Yeah,
You know what most view could mean? It's like you want to come over Netflix and chill, and then they just left it on.
It's like Rooms. What movie? Rooms. The Room.
Yeah, Room. The
it's
Room.
like
Yeah.
A lot of
Room?
people watch it.
Wait,
It's
the
not
room
a
or
good
room?
movie.
yeah, the room.
The Room.
Oh, the room.
Yeah. The Room.
Yes.
Yeah, like
You do have a point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's Netflix. They probably just left it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how does Netflix capture? Do they capture that you have to finish the whole thing, or as long as you turn it on for 5 minutes,
I think
and then that's viewed?
I think as long as you click play.
This
Yeah.
is a debate, because there's a lot of debate and speculation as to how the views are counted, even on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube
fake-
have percentage. Like
Yeah.
you watch like the first 25%,
You can break it down.
50%,
Oh, you can break it
75%.
down.
So you can see where people drops off.
So Facebook is the one that I
You
think you
can
watch it
also.
for 5 seconds and then that's considered one view.
I am not sure about Facebook though,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
YouTube
that
I
sounds
know.
like Facebook,
Yeah.
Because when you're scrolling down the wall and the video just automatically
Yeah,
plays,
just plays.
that's one view.
They should do that for us, like this podcast. Anyway, John Cena, who's like a funny guy who has shown that he has, he can flex his comedy muscle. He is in talks to play Duke Nukem
Oh yeah.
in a big screen adaptation.
Oh no.
I don't know this Duke Nukem. I've never
It's a
seen
video
it.
game, so it's my area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You're the video game guy. We got the Kung Fu girl.
Duke Nukem is foul-mouthed, pervert guy.
Yeah.
Like tall, and I don't see John Cena being.
John
so
Cena
mouth-
is
foul-mouthed.
foul-mouthed, tall and muscular.
Or at
and
least he
action.
can be.
Yeah.
I don't see him as that person though.
Okay.
At all?
No.
Or maybe he's an incredibly good actor and you don't have
Probably.
to see John
Hope-
Cena.
Hopefully, I think that. But I don't know. I don't even like the Duke Nukem series to begin with. It's just it's just too like mature for me when I was young. It's
Oh.
for like adults who played when I was young.
You mean us? Now?
Yeah, like people like me right now. Then
right now.
because
Maybe you
it's
should
too
go
dark
back.
when I was young. I don't
Yeah.
like dark games, like blood here and there.
Okay, your homework is to go and research on this now. Go and play a few.
And we'll talk about this next week.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Pacific Rim Uprising.
Yay.
Yeah.
A new trailer drop.
Oh,
and
so
it's so good.
beautiful.
It's so good.
I-
Good.
Every speculation that we had, it might be a world conflict and then the kaiju are back and they have to assemble. No, that's not true. There are like rogue Jaegers and like a rogue organization that wants to bring back the kaijus to Earth. I'm like, whoa. No?
No.
Oh, no, I enjoyed it.
I thought the visual looks a bit like Transformers.
Yeah, a bit too
Too
polished.
animated as
But
well.
it's the trailer. I hope
It feels
they
animated.
improve on it.
Yeah.
No, there's no time to do that. It's like
Yeah.
it's coming out in March.
Maybe they have a better one. They just didn't release that one.
Because the first one, Guillermo del Toro, he directed it. It feels a lot more raw and
When you saw that big Jaeger in the city walking around, it felt a bit, because you saw rain bouncing off it.
Yeah.
There was weight to it.
yeah, and
know
you
what I mean?
feel like it's heavy and the way they move.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
can feel that it's heavy, like the machine, the engine is all working within the Jaeger.
Yep.
But this just feels like Transformers. It's just too fast and too sleek. Like there's no, I don't know.
But I think
yeah.
at least this one you can differentiate which one is which. Like Transformers is like,
Oh, yeah.
who's this?
Oh, yeah.
Whose sword is this?
Yeah.
Who's kicking who?
That's
But
true.
this one is like there are 5 of them and they look like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, makes sense. But what I don't get is that why they are recruiting kids. Did they establish in the first movie that they need to start young?
No, apparently
these are
the kid we saw in this second trailer. I mean, we saw her in the first trailer as well. A bit of backstory about her. Apparently, she is a troubled kid who is a bit of a whiz and makes her own custom Jaegers.
Yeah, okay.
So then, she
no,
gets.
that's fine. But just everyone else around her, they look like kid as well.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
young. They're like
Yeah,
the cadet.
Yeah.
rogue
The cadets.
They're
Yeah.
like
Cadets, yeah.
15, 16 years old.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
look like that.
Yeah.
Man, I feel old saying that. But yeah, I'm excited for this. And to address your super polished look about, maybe being a bit too Transformers, just put Instagram filter over the whole thing. Just, like,
When is it coming? March?
it's like March. It's a March
Yeah,
film.
I'll still watch
End
it
of March, I
because it's
think.
monster versus robots.
That's
Giant
true.
monsters
Yeah.
versus giant robots.
All right, we're excited for Pacific Rim Uprising. There we go. Mission Impossible 6. We have to talk about this movie. It's the famous movie where Henry Cavill could not shave off his mustache for Justice League reshoots, and the end result was laughable. Dell and myself laughed.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
first,
and then after hearing them laugh, I laugh.
the first scene, he turns around. Oh no! Anyway, the title has been released for Mission Impossible 6, and the first official image, the title for Mission Impossible 6 is Mission Impossible Fallout, right? And the official photo that was sent out is from Tom Cruise's own Instagram account. It's him hanging out of the side of a helicopter. Maybe he's gonna fall out.
Nice.
Or the helicopter's gonna fall out from him.
Yeah,
Because it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, because he's Tom Cruise. This guy just likes to hang off stuff. Like it was a plane in the last
Plane.
movie.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
it's a helicopter.
So is it like an upgrade or a downgrade when you started with hanging outside a plane? Now you're hanging outside a helicopter. I don't know.
I think in terms of the danger factor, I think this is an upgrade because
Okay.
you got like big rotating blades on top of your head.
and
Oh,
right
yeah.
behind you as well.
Yeah, like the last
Yeah.
movie was a plane and he was behind the wing.
So if you fall,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just splatter on the ground.
Yeah.
Instead of getting chopped to pieces.
Instead of getting mince.
Yes.
I mean,
Right.
splat is splat. Mince is,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
How many more Mission Impossibles do you think he'll want to make?
10.
10 more or up to 10?
I don't know.
It has to be it has to be a mission where it is possible than where it ends.
Yeah.
I'm just getting tired now of Mission Impossible.
Really?
But the last one was good.
Yeah, Rogue Nation was good. Mission Impossible 4 was good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They twisted up the franchise.
Need more change.
More change.
Like it can't be just Tom Cruise. Like what's it call it? The British
James Bond.
James
Bond?
Bond. Yeah,
Yeah.
they keep changing the actors. It keeps getting fresh
Well,
for me.
It has never been fresh for me, James Bond. Never.
You see, the complication here is that Tom Cruise owns the rights
I know.
for Mission Impossible. So he's gonna obviously put himself in there.
Okay, I'll tell you when it ends. Unlike Transformers, as long as this does not make enough money, you'll end.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope he at least asks someone younger to become him, like an apprentice or some sort.
Yeah, he tried, with Hawkeye,
Yeah.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Renner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost Protocol, right? That
Yep,
was when
but then he figured that he still could do it. And
Because
then
Jeremy Renner ruined Bond, so he didn't want him to ruin Mission Impossible.
I think it has to stop at the point, well, like Dell said, where it doesn't make money more, which I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, not
because
anytime
people still
soon.
want to see a Mission Impossible. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but every movie since the fourth was a big reboot for it. Because 1 was okay, considered a classic. 2 was just bad.
Yeah.
3 was,
third was-
oh my god, just don't even bother watching
wasn't
it.
third
But it was
J.J.
J.J.
Abrams?
Abrams.
Yeah, but the plot was so simple, like rabbit's foot, da 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 da.
Oh, but the third one brought it back.
Third one said that was a Brad Bird.
No,
No, J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. or Brad?
JJ is the third one.
JJ's the
Okay.
third one, and then fourth was
Brad Bird, yeah.
Okay, so they do refresh it a little bit, but I think you're right, TB. The one thing that they don't refresh is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like he's still in it.
Like I don't want to see. I mean, maybe I would want to see another Mission Impossible, but up until when can I want to see him?
Just don't go to the movies.
I'm okay with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
As long as he can still do all the stunts.
I'm okay.
People have been saying that he only acts the same character in every movie nowadays.
Yeah.
Not in
No,
American
not-
Made.
yeah.
Okay, maybe not
No,
that.
not American Made.
Yeah, okay.
He still can act like this guy.
Jerry Maguire.
He has never made a lousy movie until The Mummy.
Which he's also nominated in, I think.
Oh, yeah.
For the Razzie.
Razzie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any horror fans? Yeah.
I'm alright.
Maybe.
You alright? I think we need to designate like one of us to be a horror person. Maybe Zainal. I don't know. The
Zainal
Shine.
is a Pirates fan.
Oh yeah.
Anything pirate.
Anything to do with
Anything pirate?
anything to do with the high seas.
He's there. There is a sequel that's coming out for The Shining. Did you guys know about this? No? Okay, so Warner Brothers moved forward on this project in 2016, and finally they have chosen a director
Oh, who?
to adapt the Doctor Sleep, which is a Stephen King novel.
Okay.
And the director is... Hang on.
Guillermo del Toro?
Mike Flanagan.
Who
He's
directed-
done...
He did the 2013 film Oculus.
Yeah, I did not like that.
Oh, is it? I didn't watch it because I'm not a horror
Is
guy.
it the Christoph Waltz one?
No. Oculus is, correct me if I'm wrong. It was, Nebula.
Oh, Karen Gillian?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
I
No?
think Oculus.
So
I,
no
think I think it's Karen Gillan.
Everyone has watched The Shining.
Yeah?
Yes.
I haven't.
No.
Oh.
I remember it, but I don't remember the specifics of it. Just some of the imagery that stuck because I watched it as like a young kid.
If you watch it today, it's a bit slow.
It doesn't hold up.
It's,
It's
yeah. it's still scary though.
It
still
still
scary.
holds
Still
up.
scary.
Actually, it still does because the way Stanley Kubrick directed
Yeah.
was really good. Like especially the part where the kid was on a tricycle around the hotel corridor, and you get to see the way he directed is like following, and then you see like the carpet, the hotel, and like it actually freaks you out when you go into the hotel. It's the way he directs. It's actually really good.
Is it on Netflix? Maybe I should just give it a shot.
I don't know if it's on Netflix, but there's a lot of stories that came out from the production of that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the lead actress had a nervous breakdown. She didn't sleep. He kept her on edge. He isolated her from the whole crew. He told the crew, don't speak to her. So in those scenes, the famous scene where she's crying because Jack Nicholson's character is trying to get into the bathroom, she's really freaking out in there.
Oh.
She had hair that was sort of falling during production. Like she had clumps of hair because she was so overstressed.
Wow.
And she was not sleeping. I mean, there's loads of these things on YouTube, and you can check it out. It's scary, but oh well. I may or may not check out the sequel when it comes out, or if it comes out.
Does it have a title?
Huh?
The Shining 2?
Yeah, it just says the Shining
Shinier.
sequel.
The Shinier.
I don't know. How are you gonna do the sequel? Like another family comes into the hotel or what?
Yeah.
There is one way. You have to read the book. All right. Star Trek. And remember we talked about Quentin Tarantino and how he expressed that he would like to do a Star Trek film?
Oh, yeah.
And then we sort of kicked around the idea of it being sort of like, I don't know, a Pulp Fiction kind of movie.
Yeah.
William Shatner has said that he would absolutely return if Tarantino directed a Star Trek film.
Let's face it. Shatner will return for anything as long as they want him back. But nobody wants him back.
Nobody?
I don't think as in
Not for Star
nobody would
Trek.
want to put him back into Star Trek as the captain.
As a captain.
Yeah, because his time has passed. They need someone younger.
What was his last role? Miss Congeniality?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was in that.
Is that the last one? Are you sure?
I think that was the last.
Last probably a lot more scene roles.
Yeah.
The rest are maybe just
cameos?
Cameos, yeah.
I'm not excited for this at all.
No.
I can't see Quentin Tarantino in Star Trek.
Neither can I.
I can't see Shatner being directed by Quentin.
That's true.
Cannot.
So that's the news this week on the Wayang Crew podcast. If you want to get in touch with us here on the show, you can do so via our Gmail account. That's thewayangcrew@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, you may be checking us out on YouTube as well. Now we're going to move on to the next bit of the show, which is our review of
Maze
Maze
Runner.
Runner, the Death Cure.
All right.
Yeah. What he said.
To be fair, to be perfectly honest, I don't know the title.
That's why you pointed at us to announce Maze Runner, the Death Cure.
All right, Maze Runner Death Cure. I watched the first and second Maze Runner. I didn't have a chance to catch this.
It went downhill.
Okay.
First one was good.
Second one was bad.
Bad. Now it's bad. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it.
You didn't?
Yeah.
Okay, the
I
movie.
mean, it's fast paced.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only thing it has going for it. It's really fast paced, or I mean, it's fast paced enough that the average person wouldn't fall asleep, I guess. But I did
that's true.
a little bit.
Was it because of the baby that woke you up?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
All right.
It was.
Let's have a quick breakdown, Del. Let's have a
Okay.
quick synopsis of.
I think the only way to sum this up is that the whole movie involved around rescuing Minho. That's it. I don't even, like you, I've watched the first and second one. I don't even remember why Minho got captured and why Minho was so important that they had to risk everyone else to rescue
He
him.
got captured so the rest could escape, if I'm not mistaken.
That's in the second one.
Yes, second
Yeah.
one.
Right.
So now that they're going back into the city.
They're going, so this city is called Wicked.
No, Wicked is the name of the organization.
Yeah, they built that city with walls to keep the infected people out, and then they are breaking into it, and then they found out that the main guy's love, Teresa, is also in there because she betrayed them somehow in the second one, right?
Movie, yep.
And then they found that she's there. So everything involved around breaking in and then meeting up with this Teresa again, and then finding that cure, the death cure, which they did find in the end. But I don't know if they used it in the end.
No.
They didn't, right?
I don't think they did.
I was so confused.
I don't
with
think they
that.
wanted to cure the people who were infected.
Wait, so they were looking for a death cure to cure cure the infected
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But
The wicked, yeah.
But they didn't use it.
They only found out when everyone was fighting each other.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the infected broke down part of the wall and then went in to fight with everyone inside.
Okay.
People who are living there, we don't see them. We don't know what happened to them after that. Because they are civilians inside the wall.
While missiles were flying over,
Yeah.
Teresa found out that the main guy's blood could cure everything.
Okay, because
Yeah.
like the answers in his blood.
Yeah, but
Alright.
this is like people are fighting.
So it's like a huge mega scuffle, and then
Yep.
all this is happening. They realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the movie started with a rescue mission, right? Minho was being transported on a train into Wicked, the city, and then somehow they jump on the train and then they cut off
The bolts and
the
whatnot.
the carriage, right? Different. It's
Yeah,
a long
it's
train.
like a
they
long
cut it
train.
in
Yeah.
half.
Yeah.
Okay, and then once the second half stopped, and just so happened that Ngam somehow the other team of the good guys were there, like
Right
hiding behind some rocks, and
They
Brian
timed it.
or Dylan just whistled, and then they just
Yeah.
come running,
Yeah.
like out of nowhere. How do they know they're gonna stop there? I found that part ridiculous.
Okay.
But then they rescued one carriage by lifting it into the air with a spaceship, which also they figured that
A
the space
helicopter.
a plane.
The birch,
Like the-
What
the
is it called?
Chopper. It's
the
like a
birch is like the modern
Chinook.
jet.
Chinook. It's like a Chinook.
Oh, it's like a
Chinook,
Chinook.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a plane / it can
Yeah.
land
Yeah.
vertically. Okay.
So they somehow figured that the bad guys will use this Chinook to come in and try and stop them, and then they hijack the plane in order to lift the carriage out. I'm like, this is so well thought out that I don't think this is.
They planned it for 6 months. They better
Yes, they did. They did.
They emphasize that a lot.
like we planned this for 6 months so that nothing wrong will happen.
And then they didn't get Minho out.
Yeah,
And
they
those-
they messed up the part where they stole the wrong.
Yeah, they stole the wrong
compartment.
carriage.
No, he didn't, because he said he was, but then they took him away, which I don't know how they took him away.
Yeah, they never said that. They said, "Oh, he was."
I'm just assuming they took the wrong.
Yeah, they took the wrong.
compartment.
I think they took the wrong
Because
one.
I don't know, when Minho was introduced after that, it was like he went off the train.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just assuming that they stole the wrong carriage.
You know what? So far, I'm not impressed at all with whatever you describe. I'm like,
And this is only like the first 15 minutes of the movie.
oh my goodness. Okay.
And then they've got these the black guy and also the girl who is in love with what's his name? Brian or
Tommy.
Tommy?
Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas.
Thomas.
Why is she in love? And when was she in love with him?
I don't remember this.
I cannot remember. That's the
When
problem.
he gave his blood, which I don't even know when.
Yeah, he somehow gave his blood to save her
Yeah.
in the second movie. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't remember anything in the second movie.
Oh my
And then
goodness.
there's Barry Pepper's character who popped in the beginning and then disappeared for a good half of the movie and then came back right at the end again.
Is this Vince?
The guy with the goatee, the blonde.
long
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, the long hair one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the middle, he just disappeared. We don't know where he went.
Let's shift a bit here and let's talk about maybe the acting.
The only actor I liked in this movie was Newt.
Yeah,
guy
the British.
the British
Oh,
kid.
Newt. Yeah.
Newt,
The little kid from Love Actually.
okay, yes, the one
yeah.
who played the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I thought he did good when he was infected. Yes, spoiler, he was infected, and then he was like going in and out of human feelings.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
thought he did that. That's the only one.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best scene
Yeah.
of the entire movie.
Yeah.
But then-
maybe effects.
No,
No,
that's
it
really acting.
acting.
Okay.
The other guy, Gully, was it?
Oh yeah, Gully.
He's also not bad.
Yeah, actually
Oh.
the actors are quite good. I like Dylan O'Brien as well.
Yeah, and the bad guy, Aiden something, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
The one who betrayed
Lord
everyone.
Baelish.
Yeah,
Lord Baelish.
Lord Baelish.
Kevin has no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not seen Game of Thrones?
Not the last 2 seasons.
Okay, no
he
wonder.
is since season 1.
Yeah,
But-
but he doesn't remember.
I think he's gonna be like typecast into this type of
Because of
model.
It's like
Yeah.
the villain.
because of Game of Thrones.
Same as Gully. What Gally?
Gully.
He always
Gully.
acting that.
No, he was in the We're the Millers and he was so funny in it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so I don't. Based on what you guys have said about this movie, I'm just looking at you going.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It's
seem like
not-
something I
No.
watched in the.
Okay, I'll say this. From the first movie to the second to the third, this one really felt like it's the end of a trilogy. It's end of the series and end of this whole thing that they are doing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it felt grand scaled and it felt very action packed, more so than the first two. The weight of it didn't really come off when you watch
okay.
it, right? That there's I don't feel
Like the stakes were not
yeah,
there. Okay.
yeah. Because when someone was about to die, it is so predictable that you could see it coming, like 5 minutes away, and then
Like he's next.
yeah. Like when two person meet in a dark corridor, right? And they are making peace. One of them definitely will get shot in the
Yeah.
back.
The next scene is
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So I didn't like the ending. Like I talked to Tibi about the
Chinook.
Chinook. They were trying to back up the Chinook into the edge of the building right on top to save two people who were supposed to jump on it. I don't understand why they couldn't back it up even more. So that they don't have to jump. The ending wasn't done that well. I would have liked to see, like, maybe when the girl pushes the guy while the building was collapsing, that would have added more to it. But
Yeah.
this one was, the guy jumped and then the girl was there. They look at each other, want to jump, don't want to jump. The other guys were like, give me your hand, jump! And she's there looking, watch the next building fall on top of this
It would have been better
one.
if the guy died instead. I think
Yeah.
that would have been a good.
I would
Okay.
I would prefer the I Am Legend ending. Like, because
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
the cure,
like
right?
sacrifice himself,
Yeah.
you know, for
And like
yeah.
the last scene where he was with the girl, and then they took out this tube. I have no idea what the tube for. I thought it's like, oh, take my blood and then go make the cure or something like I Am Legend. But they took the tube and then they totally forgot about the tube, and then the whole plane thing.
And they never used the tube. That's why
Yeah.
they never used the serum to cure anyone.
This sounds like a video game where you play and then you collect items but you never use them.
Right, that's
Yeah.
a good analogy.
you find
Yeah.
you find, oh look, this weapon, collect, and then enemy come, I don't use yet, I want to use another one. All right.
I think this movie, I don't know how true it is as per the novel, but if it was, I thought saving Minho was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because a lot more people died just trying to save him.
Nikkei read the book, so she knows why, right? You want to explain a little?
Okay, so Minho is one of the most well-written character in the book. Since like the first one, he is always like the non-annoying character. He's very practical, he's smart, he always do the right thing. That like, oh, why can't you do that? That's what Minho does. So yeah, so Minho is like even the fans of the book, he is their favorite
He's
character.
like the man, like the main.
Yeah, he's
well,
always-
not the main, but he's like
Yeah.
the best supporting
yeah,
character.
it's
But
like
I don't think that translated
No, it
well.
doesn't.
not in the movie.
Which is why we are wondering, why are we saving this guy? Let him
Yeah.
die. He's Asian. He's not white.
Oh no.
Yeah, but
okay.
because he sacrificed so much to save so many people, then they feel like, oh, you have to save him because he have done so much.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so
that's
there
the
there was a
book.
reason, like in the
Yeah.
books, but
Yeah.
in this, yeah, it didn't translate.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
We're gonna go to ratings now.
Yep.
Del, what did you think of Maze Runner? I'm so glad I didn't watch this.
Oh, I'll give it a 5.5. Zombies. I have no idea where to
Cranks.
go. Cranks.
They go
5.5 cranks out of 10.
Okay, TV.
5.
He says that painfully. You wanna go 4, you can, or 3.
No, I would. This is from depending on the factors. This is 5. The movie itself is just 5.
The movie itself.
Yeah,
The cinema experience was like a 1.
experience was like, yes, correct, 1.
Okay.
There was a kid who
Crying.
non-stop crying.
There was
shouting.
durian.
And
There
there
was
was durian.
Durian.
Oh, there
There
was like
plastic bag.
eating candies, unwrapping the candies.
the most silent part of the movie.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I rated it a 5.
All right.
Minhos.
Lastly, Nikkei.
I'm giving it 3 for 3 good actors in it.
3 for 3 good. All right. So not a good score for this movie,
No.
Maze Runner. Okay. I don't have anything to say because I didn't watch it, and I'm kind of smiling now. 'Cause I'm like,
I didn't go out of the movie smiling. That's how.
All right, that's for sure. All right, so there you have it. That's Maze Runner. If you are a fan of the franchise, it might be worth checking out. It is overall still still a, I guess, blockbuster kind of film as the third in a trilogy. And as Del said, it's a good closer, I suppose, for the trilogy.
It's the only young adult series that has managed to close.
Okay.
After
Everything else
Hunger
didn't,
Games.
right? Hunger Games only and this one. Nothing else in between closed.
So yeah, and if they want to watch this movie, Maze Runner, where should they go?
Time
Time
Cineplex.
Cineplex,
Time
because
Cineplex.
yeah, it is the best place to watch movies.
Nothing. It is the best to watch movie. Time Cineplex.
All right, yeah. So that's our movie review this week. Maze Runner,
Death Cure.
Cure.
Death Cure. That's right. I didn't watch the movie. Sorry, guys. Now we're gonna move on to the next bit of the show, which is
Oi, apa liat-liat? Apa liat-liat? Hoi, 看什么看? Apa liat-liat? Apa liat-liat?
你看什么看？
Apa liat-liat? See what see? 笑了.
Yep, Apa Liat Liat, which is what else we've been watching besides Maze Runner, Death Cure. I got the title right this time. Let's start off with Del.
I saw Downsizing.
Oh,
Is it good?
Not bad, not bad. You don't see what happens next in the trailers. So the trailer only show you the first half,
Oh.
and the second half was well kept.
okay. So that's
it's
Matt
Matt
Damon
Damon.
and Kristen Wiig.
Christoph Waltz and Kristen Wiig.
Yep.
Kristen Wiig was only there for a little bit, but you will see why she was cast for that role, because there was one funny scene. The
For that
movie
one
itself,
scene.
yeah.
Okay.
The movie itself was quite funny, and Christoph Waltz was a revelation. He's so funny in this one, which you don't see him as well in the trailers.
Okay.
But it's
He's like the neighbor.
yes,
Okay.
But he's there is a lot of like a political cloud around it.
Ah.
A lot of like saving the world kind of thing.
Okay. So Downsizing is that movie where the world is getting overpopulated, and one solution
Yeah.
is to shrink yourself.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It's not really over. It's more about reducing waste.
Oh yeah. Saving
Yeah.
resources kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then towards the second half, something else happens as well to the world, and something. Yeah, so there was a whole different part. So I've heard someone went in there and then couldn't take it and walked out of the movie. But for me, I thought I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually want to catch Downsizing as well. Trailers look good, and if Del says it's good, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. TB, apa liat?
I watched Harith Iskandar's I Told You So special.
And that's
So did he tell you?
Stand up.
Did he tell you so?
Yeah, no, he told his mom.
that's a Netflix special.
It's in that Netflix
Comedy
stand-up
specials,
comedy
yeah.
special.
All right, and worth checking out.
If you like Harith Iskandar, sure, watch it. If you don't, you can pass on this one.
So if you've never heard of Harvey Skandar, he's a Malaysian comedian
yeah,
who made it big internationally last
by
year.
winning the World's Funniest Person Award
Okay.
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now he has a Netflix special.
Wait, it was a competition because I see
It's
mugs.
competition.
There's like mugs in Hua Ho, like world's greatest dad, and
Sure.
No, it's a legit competition.
okay,
like-
okay.
So that's my reaction.
Okay.
And I watched. I'm halfway through Fuck a Fuzz Netflix special.
And that's a Singaporean
Singaporean
comedian.
guy.
Okay.
A lot funnier.
A
So
lot
if you're
funnier.
if you're into like stand-up comedy, check out Fuck a Fuzz. I recommend it because it's also around this region, so you understand a bit more.
It's relatable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going with Netflix, right? There's another movie which is really good, which is called Okja. Have you
Okja,
guys,
yeah.
you guys saw it?
I've seen
I
Okja,
watched
yeah.
Oh,
Okja.
okay.
Watch it last year.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about it?
I think
we
mentioned
Oh.
about Apa Liat Liat.
Yeah, we touched on
yeah,
it.
yeah. So yeah, okay.
And which is why TB for a while just didn't want to eat meat.
That wrong person.
Oh, who's that?
Nakip.
Oh yeah, that was our friend. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's really
Sorry.
good one. It's really good. I
Because
just saw it.
we had this conversation not on the podcast,
No.
like one of our
Right,
meetup
right.
sessions.
Okay.
Okay, Nikkei? Apa liat liat?
The Shape of Water.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Is it deserving of the Oscar nomination?
Yes. Yes. It's good.
I want to watch that.
It's good.
That's
in
good.
it?
Yeah.
Zod?
Yeah, Zod.
Do you remember Zod now? Like last
No.
week you didn't.
No,
Yeah.
I still don't remember.
You still-
Zod.
Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon.
Zod.
Yeah, Octavia Spencer.
And the main.
What's the guy? Jensen? What's the other guy? He's
Oh,
nominated.
Richard Jenkins.
Richard Jenkins.
Oh, Richard Jenkins was really
nominated
good.
for.
Oh, Richard Jenkins, the...
I'll just watch.
All right.
Okay.
And if you would see, you have seen him a lot. He
Okay.
always have smaller roles, but this one you've never seen him act like this before.
Like this. Never.
So it's really
Yeah.
good. Really,
Okay,
really
I'm
good.
gonna watch.
I'm
this.
supporting him for the Oscar.
I'm supporting Sam Rockwell. But anyway, The Shape of Water, it's really good.
So
Yeah.
it's a Guillermo del Toro movie.
It's very Guillermo. It's like Guillermo written all over it. You
Okay.
can tell.
But I thought this is like the best Guillermo del Toro's movie. He's
Really?
never directed a movie like this. I thought this was the best one from him. But as the
No,
Oscar
there's
goes,
the
I
old one,
would...
the 80s one that he directed about the bug one. That was really good.
Oh.
It felt like that. I
Okay.
can't remember what is it called. One of his first English movie.
Right.
It's about this bug, like the sewage. It felt like that. That was also really good. But I can't remember the title.
But for the best picture of the year, I would still go with 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah, Ebbing, Missouri. I caught the trailer of that. Yeah, I think I'll catch it as well.
Time to catch it before the Oscars.
Yeah, I know. I have so much to catch up on, but then, work, life. Anyway, moving on to me. Last week I talked about the Godzilla anime, the new movie that came out. It's on Netflix. It was a Japanese original manga that came out in November, December
I
last
watched
year.
that too.
You watched it?
I finished
It's
it.
actually okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not great. It just tells a story of the human race that was sort of pushed out of Earth, and they have been out in Earth for about 30 years.
Yeah.
And then they're running low on resources, and humans are not really built to live in space.
They couldn't find a habitable
Yeah,
planet.
they couldn't find a planet to make a new Earth. So they said the only solution is to go back to Earth because, they do the whole interstellar time shifting where they're out in space and they're out for 30 years, but time on Earth moves at about like
30,000.
30,000 years.
Wow.
So, the buildings are almost not there
Ruins,
anymore. They're all ruins, and then there's just a bunch of humans that come in and they have to fight Godzilla. And spoiler alert, they kill Godzilla, and
That wasn't Godzilla.
and then there was a bigger one.
There's always a bigger one.
So, but I watched the second installment. For
Yeah, I mean, if another movie came out, same format, manga, English voiceover is fine.
Because when I was watching it on Netflix, it says episode 1.
So
Part
there's going to
1,
be
so
another one.
There should be another one.
But this was a feature-length thing. It was like
Yeah.
an hour and 20 minutes.
Yep.
Some parts of it was slow, as most manga are.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Any flashbacks?
no.
Series always have flashbacks.
Yeah, but no, check it out. That's it, right?
Yep.
So that's what we've been watching on Apa Liat Liat, and that's the end of the show. We did it. Okay.
Okay.
That's
All
it.
right. Yay.
All right, so thanks for listening, guys. From me, Kev, and my co-hosts. Bye. We'll see you on the next episode next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.